Hello and welcome to Kayla's World. I'm Kayla Canoe, author, YouTuber, gamer, and aerialist. And today's video is all about my project for Kindle Vella. So if you guys haven't already watched my previous videos that involve Kindle Vella, I'm gonna have that playlist linked below. So if you don't know what Kindle Vella is, go check out those videos and I tell you all about Kindle Vella. In there, basically Kindle Vella is Amazon's new platform for episodic fiction or serialized fiction. And the caveat to that is that whatever you put on there basically has to be new original work that hasn't been published anywhere else, which means I'm not able to take my Project Infinity off of the site that it's on currently and put it on Kindle Vella. I have to write something completely new. Hence why we have this video today where I will be introducing my new project. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get right into it. If you guys don't already know, Project Infinity is over on Tapas. It's free to read. It's linked below. You can check it out. So I love to write boys love romance, boys love series, boys love serials. I love boys love. So this will come as not a shocker to anyone who knows me, but my new project for Kindle Vella is going to be a boys love romance. Boys love, yes. And tentatively, which I guess I haven't published it yet, so this could change, but I'm thinking of calling it Touched by Fate. And so the general principle of this series is that it is a boys love polyamorous strings of fate kind of trope where the three main characters end up being tied together via the string of fate. Just because I love those kinds of things, and yeah, I just wanted to have a lot of fun with this. So this is actually going to be a supernatural type of world. Yeah, so it's a supernatural type of world where there's the touched, which the touched would include werewolves, vampires, and witches, and then the untouched would be the humans that have no magical powers, because it's basically those touched by magic and those not touched by magic, because werewolves and vampires and magic all generate from the same, or witches all generate from the same general source, which is magic. And there are varying types of these exotic supernatural creatures in the world that you'll learn more about as you read. But I think we're just going to go ahead and kind of introduce our main character. His name is Axel, and he is a writer, which I'm a writer, so, gotta write about the writers. But basically, Axel is a writer. He is a black magic or chaos witch, depending on how people want to refer to him. There is some slang in this world, so they call witches casters. So they have shifters, suckers, and casters are kind of the slang words that they use to refer to the different touched races. But yeah, so that's a thing that I'm excited about. But anyway, so basically, Touched by Fate is going to be from Axel's perspective, and he is kind of a shy, introverted author who likes to stay in his home and write, and he is a little bit of an outcast because of the fact that he is a black magic chaos witch. And he just likes to keep to himself, but he has a roommate, Dimitri, who convinces him to kind of go out. And by convinces him, I mean tricks him via, tapping into Axel's competitive side, where he can't back down from like a challenge. So whenever Dimitri gets him to do a bet, he gets really competitive, and then when he loses, that's how Dimitri gets him to go out and do things and experience the world. So Dimitri convinces Axel to go to a BDSM event, and yeah, so just kind of starting out, I don't even know, what do I think, a tagline for this? It's one of those where it's Axel never really imagined himself going to a BDSM event, and he definitely didn't expect to, come across the werewolves there, and he definitely didn't expect to be tied not only to one person, but to two people. And he does get tied to both a werewolf and a vampire. So, talk about the, trinity of magic here. Just want to put that out there. But yeah, so boys love fun, and I think I'm gonna do this project very similar to how I've done Project Infinity, in the sense of like, I don't think I'm going to outline the whole thing. I think I'm going to write it weekly or bi weekly, because these are going to be longer episodes than Project Infinity, and just kind of put it out there and see how people like it. Because, on one hand, I was like, well, maybe I should publish it more like I published my book, um, and do like extensive editing and all this other stuff. But like on the other hand, I was like, well, people really like Project Infinity as well, and like I would have gladly ported that over to Amazon's Kindle Vella, but like you can't because it's already been published. Um, and so I'm just gonna write this new Touched by Fate project, because I've been wanting to do a Strings of Fate thing, and I obviously love magic and fantasy worlds and supernatural stuff, and boys love, so, and polyamory and BDSM. So it's all kind of mixed in there, guys. If that is stuff that you are interested in, there will be a lot of like realistic BDSM content, because I am an active member of a BDSM lifestyle and community, so I actually have experience going to events and things like that. So it's going to be a realistic take on the community, but you got the fantasy aspect of the world and the things going on and the politics and shenanigans. So I'm really excited about doing this project. I hope you guys are excited too. For Kindle Vella, you do get to read the first three episodes for free before you have to purchase anything. So yeah, be looking forward to those first three episodes. I already have them written, working on editing them and making them even better. So I guess I am putting a little extra into it than I do for Project Infinity. But again, this is a passion project. It's kind of a side project. And it's kind of an experiment, because I don't really know how Kindle Vella is going to work out, or if it's going to be a success or not. And I want to dip my toe in there and put something out there. And I'm going to do that with something that I think is fun and something that I can be passionate about, and something that's not going to conflict with my main project, which is Project Infinity, or not Project Infinity, but with the Intertwined series that I'm writing right now, because I'm trying to write my fantasy books. And yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys like it. I should probably have come up with like some taglines for this, but yeah, it's a supernatural BDSM polyamorous boys love romance with lots of magic and magic creatures and evil creatures. It's like on the edge of dark. It's not really dark, but like the world's got some darkness to it, because I'm a dark fiction author and I can't help myself. But yeah, so that is Touched by Fate. That's just a little bit about the people. Oh, I guess I should introduce the characters. So we have Axel Petrova Hemlock. He's got two last names. One is like his mother's and one's his father's. That comes into play later. And then we have Dimitri Morrigan is his best friend. They are both 22. Axel is very much a submissive, demisexual personality. He loves to write. He's an author, a gamer, a nature lover. He's introverted. And he believes in the black string of fate. So he is inclined to follow it when he feels it pull, because he believes in it. Not everybody in the world does, but he does. His best friend, Dimitri, is kind of his opposite. He is more outgoing. He is also a witch, but he is a spiritual magic witch, so he is a little different than Axel, but he himself owns a magic shop. He's also a singer. He loves music. He is a free love, believes in just kind of being open and with everyone, and he doesn't necessarily believe in the strings of faith. He does believe in it, but he also believes that, like, there's a chance that you'll never find that person. So he kind of just free love for all kind of person. And those two are kind of like best friends. And then for our other boys, let's see, where do I have them at? We have Marcus Valentine, who is our vampire love interest. He has these beautiful glowing red eyes. He is like 528 years old. He is kind of been in the BDSM community for a long time, so he's a switch, leaning more towards the dominant side. He is pansexual. He is poly. He is definitely motivated by blood, so he has a blood fetish. He is a vampire. Like, it's legit. And then our werewolf is Vincent Wolf, which, yes, the irony there. He has these beautiful golden eyes. He is a dominant. He is gay and poly and very much a player and a sadist. He likes to be rough with people. He likes to be with all kinds of people. He is not the one to commit. We'll just say that. He is not one to commit. But yeah, so that is a brief introduction of the boys, and told you a little bit about the world. But yeah, so that's kind of all I have for you guys today. I hope you like this video. If you like these types of videos, let me know by commenting below, subscribing to my channel, or giving this video a like. I put out new videos on Wednesdays, and if you want to get early access to all of my content, check out my Patreon. It is linked below. You can get on there and support what I do. And yeah, that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed your time here in Kayla's World.